All right, it's 11 o'clock, and that means it is time for some Shadowrun Returns. Got my coffee, got my backup caffeine, got my little vaping device because I'm trying to quit smoking, and, well, let's get to the game. Let's see where we left off. All right, continue. All right, Pike Place Market. Oh, that's right. I'd just gotten some zebra meat, I believe, and I stopped by a murder scene, another one from the Emerald City Ripper. Now I remember reading about some Emerald City Ripper stuff back in the old first edition lore. It turned out to be something. I think it was involved in the Wolf and Raven book, which was about Wolfgang Kreese and his connection with Dr. Raven. Oh my god, it was the 80s, so they can be forgiven for just the most cringy name. Dr. Raven. Dr. Raven. Let me go on a little tangent here, because this is the quality of writing that was in the first edition. Dr. Raven was such a, well, I forgot what the male name for Mary Sue is, but oh my god, he was such a Mary Sue. So bad. This guy, Dr. Raven, was a Native American elf mage who also happened to be a member of a Yakuza Gumi? Is Gumi the right word? Oyaban? I can't remember. Anyway, he was a member of a Yakuza family somehow. I mean, I think it was probably honorary member. It might not have been. He might. I'm trying to remember. Was he half Japanese, half Native American? I think that's how they went with it. But yeah, he was like, you know, just this ridiculous goddamn character concept. He was a half Japanese, half Native American, member of a Yakuza family, but, you know, only to flash the pin whenever he needed to, never actually, you know, having to do any dirty work for the Yakuza. He was an elf and a powerful mage that somehow, some reason, did shadow runs. And it was just ridiculous. This guy was just Superman, basically. He shows up and solves everything. Wolfgang Kreese was some weird. They never even explained what he was, because he had some type of shapeshifting. He had a wolf totem that talked to him. So, you know, that screams shaman to me. But he had the shapeshifting thing. And he would black out and lose control when the wolf totem took him over and basically turned him into a werewolf. Now, that's... I could think of a way to do that in game, but I don't know a single game master that would go for that. Because that's just so weird. I'll be cutting my audio in and out because if you can't tell from my voice, kind of stuffed up. Got some coughing going on. Got the coffee to take care of that. Also, yawning quite a bit. I don't think I used my CPAP last night. Yes, I have sleep apnea. No, it doesn't keep me from working. I work at night. So that's why I do the streaming at 11 a.m. Central Time, because that's when I have free time. I work at a bar as a cook. I used to work for public broadcasting as a broadcast technician. They didn't like the sleep apnea because I had to drive a very large truck site to site and help set it up. And that got in the way with the sleep apnea got in the way of a lot of driving issues. So that and the making me go to sleep sometimes when I'm really bored, which is at work if I'm not on my feet. So yeah, I've done a lot of odd jobs. But that's neither here nor there. Let's play the game. Oh, this guy down here, Big Orc. I gave him the murder victim's necklace so he could send it back to their family. I told the cop in charge that the necklace was going to help me with my investigation, and kind of didn't. Saw a very ugly elf watching the murder scene. Now, I've played through this a little bit. I am not going to spoil it for anybody, but the Emerald City Ripper is not the main bad guy. There are people behind him. At least in this game. In the fiction of Shadowrun, I don't believe there was anything behind the Emerald City Ripper. He was just a serial killer, which terrifying enough. This is just, I love the art that they put in this. Lady's face here, half ripped off, showing some robotics, and it kind of looks like that wasn't actually intended. Kind of looks like the billboard just started falling apart and a robot face was behind this other face. The sinless are free. I do not know how. Well, I guess they could get up there. But that's a lot of work just to spray paint this. Sinless are free and then a bunch of gang tags. I'm not sure if what happened to this billboard was on purpose, but dragons exist. I don't know why dragons would be pissed off at this billboard, but that looks like the work of a dragon. Because I don't know of anything else kaiju size that could get up there and do that kind of damage. NERP's advertisement all around. It's a general advertisement in Shadowrun. It's just a product that doesn't exist, will never come out in Shadowrun. And it's just there so they can advertise something without without actually advertising anything. So, well, let's get to it. Oh, Native American markings over, Native American graffiti over here. Kind of cyber Native American, which I do like the aesthetic. I just really don't know if it's that respectful. I mean, yeah, it's complicated. I'm white. I don't I don't have skin in the game of what is and isn't respectable for Native Americans. They have to tell me. So I'm just gonna look at that and say it's pretty. Let's go in. Come on, guy. Let's go find Coyote. Yeah, let's do that. We're gonna go in here and we'll probably be able to get through the Royal Apartments today. You roll up on the most impressive bit of tenement squalor you've seen in a long time. There's few street lamps here, and what light there is flickers with uncertainty. Most of the buildings are damaged and tagged. The smell of old, rotting trash mixed with you don't want to know is overwhelming. It's no wonder people living here turn to BTLs. Anything's better than this. The better than life chip is the newest drug on the market. You don't need a good life. You can slot someone else's, live through them, and wreck your brain in the process. The front doors of the Royale Apartments aren't even locked. As you step inside, you hear a junkie crying for another hit. It's time to find Coyote and find out what she knows about the night of Sam's murder. Alright. The Beatles, the BTLs in Shadowrun. They're treated like a drug, but if you get into... They've put a lot of thought into it. There are a lot of different types of chips that you can use, and they aren't all BTLs. Some of them are like mood chips, dream chips, stuff like that. What it is they have SimSense Entertainment. It's a chip you jack in. It's perfectly legal. Well, legalities are testy, but you take over the persona of whoever the SimSense actor is or actress. You see through their eyes, you feel what they feel, you even feel their emotions. In fact, a lot of the really huge SimSense actors are people that have great control over their own emotions. So, constant therapy, stuff like that. They've got to be in prime condition emotionally, which is really weird for an actor or an actress. Sorry, I had drama classes when I was in college. I know quite a few actors and actresses. The interesting part is the emotive tracks that they're called. The tracks on the recording that record the emotions. When making BTLs or making, mood chips or anything like that, the emotive tracks are cranked up over legal limits. There's, legal SimSense, completely legal. There's the Dear God, this is going to fry your brain, BTLs. And in the middle are what's called Cal Hots. Because California, being California, the California Free State, They're a little bit freer with their emotive track editing. So they're hotter than normal legal. The emotive track is hotter than normal legal limits, but it isn't. It's still, there's still a limit there. It's not the unlimited on the street BTL that you're gonna get. So there's just so much interesting stuff that the Shadowrun writers have done with BTLs. And honestly, I could do an entire show just on the BTL and drug side of the Shadowrun lore. It's great. And oh, let's get to the game. I cannot sit here and talk about lore for 2 hours. I want to, but I can't. That's what I have. That's what I'm working on a podcast with someone else for. All right, let's get into it. By the way, the podcast is Chip Truth. It's run by Czar Egbert. Great guy. Known him for years. And he's he's as much in love with the lore of Shadowrun as I am. And we get into some interesting conversations. So, let's get to work here. Paco, the Royal Apartments. What a hole. I can't imagine what it was like for Coyote growing up here. Paco trails off. Growing up here? Dude, her hometown's Chicago. We already went through her computer. She grew up in Chicago, dude. She didn't grow up here. There's 2 different writers working on this or something. But yeah, even her computer password reset thing said, "What's your hometown?" Chicago, not Seattle. Ooh, that's creepy. I heard a baby crying. That's no good. Yeah, no babies here. I gotta stop adjusting the arm here. Oh yeah, this is not the environment to be raising a baby. I was kind of hoping by 2050 we'd have comprehensive sex ed classes and free birth control, but whatever. Oh. Alright. Let's see. A hellhole full of junkies looks like Stevie J's gets their rent money and their drug money. If Coyote's here, we have to hurry. She's good, but, well, these BTL guys pay to stay well informed. They may have known she was coming. Well, yeah, that's why she's been gone for 2 goddamn days. Think she's just been casing the place for 2 days? Alright, we got a tweaker, a sad old man. Let's go talk to the tweaker. Nothing's gonna come of it, but, you know. Psst, hey, you. The woman scratches herself like a cat at a couch leg. Please, can you spare some new... Scratches herself like a cat at a couch leg. The hell? Okay, whatever. Well, I'm not here to save anybody's life. But I am also not here to just give them shit. The cred stick's a little light too, lady. What can you do for me in stages? I got nothing left to give, guy. It all goes to BLTs. Everything. Please, just a few million. Maybe I can cred you for some information. Have you seen a woman come through here lately, armed and looking for trouble? Yes. No. Hell, what do you want me to say? I'll tell you anything, everything, please. She drops to her knees, pleading. Alright, get out of here. But that doesn't make sense. The BTLs are here. I just need something. Yeah, that's kind of the way of things. Now, do I want to do this combat-wise or more of them? I can do this combat-wise. Or I can get through there. I think. Sad old man. Like a lazy pigeon, he watches you approach. You're not from around here, are you? I don't want any trouble. Okay, let me figure out what voice he's going to use. That was a mix of... I'm not gonna do the voices very well today, but we can try. Easy Gramps, I'm just looking for information, then I'm gone. Things are pretty bad here, but I can make them even worse. No, we're not going to threaten an old dude. You have quite the vantage point here, bet you don't miss much. Seen anything special today? Oh. He doesn't want any trouble. So, let's just say I'm gone after some information. Bad day to come around here, unexpected. Bit of a commotion upstairs. Yeah, let's go with a little twitchy. Stevie's men are twitchy. Yeah, that's you too. This pretty young thing came through earlier, snooping around like you two are. I could tell she weren't here for BTLs. Don't know how she got upstairs, but there was a lot more gunfire than there usually is this time of day. There's gunfire at different times of day. That's great. That's not good. Did you see her coming back down again? Nope. A couple of Stevie's men came around asking what anyone saw. Kept my mouth shut, I did. Where's Stevie holed up? He's got the whole top floor all to himself. Fancies he's the king around here. Sounds like Coyote's run went sideways on her. Hell, man, you know how to get upstairs? You've been right friendly, but I can't get on the wrong side of Stevie J. I'm sure you understand. You already stuck your neck out to help us. We'll find another way. I really need to raise my charisma. Also, I'm gonna go steal his shit. Hey, stop nosing around. Haha. Move the dresser. Wall is crumbling. Through a hole you can see a rickety stairwell leading up. The wall is crumbling here. Through you can see it seems it can only be accessed through a locked apartment next door. Okay, well. Tell me, old man, what you got in You're back. What do you want now? Sure you don't know anything about that stairwell? I can't help you. Stevie J would feed me to those hounds of his. Alright. Well, I don't have the strength or the charisma needed to convince him otherwise. Stop your bleeding. Your boy has debts and we're collecting. Please, Riker, no. He's my son. Does that guy have a sword on his goddamn back? Get your ass back in your squat before I break something else. Send him upstairs instead. You want me to give him to Stevie? Maybe after he kills that girl we caught. Yeah, he's got a goddamn sword on his back. Okay, whatever. You pig! Give Zipper back now, or... You named your kid Zipper. Well, his name is Simp. Or you'll bleed on me. Zipper's gone. Get yourself a new kid. Oh, God, no. Please, no. Well, I know somebody's gonna die. Hey, do you have anything to steal? You do. Is it drugs? It's drugs. Oh my god. I am getting so many drugs. Do I really need another grenade? Okay. Alright, Simp. This is my home. Get out! What was that all about? What do you care? It's my son. That bastard took my son. Who took your son? Are we playing stupid here? One of Stevie J's goons, Riker. He runs that filthy BTL squad across the hall. My son, Zipper. He's not a strong boy, and Riker knows it. Lured him in with those damn chips. Better than life? Ha! What life? Now they're torturing him in there. Why would they do that? Those sickos have a SimSense recording studio over there. Overheard them saying they have a special guest up in the penthouse. They plan to torture her with a recording of my son's dying breath. That must be howdy. They've got her up there. Keep it together, Paco. She's still alive. Stay frosty. Yeah, you're right. I'll be okay. What about my son? I'll see if I can save your son while we're saving our friend. Thank you. Yeah, whatever. Come on, man. You gotta do none of that shit. Let's see what's going on here. Okay, nasty. Ooh. BTL junkies. Okay. Riker. Okay. I'm not gonna talk to Riker. Instead, I'm gonna dick with his... Hey, don't touch that. Why not? Haven't seen you before, guy. Looking to go somewhere special? A scream echoes through the pipes of the rotten walls. Hard to tell where it came from. What was that sound? He smiles with his mouth, but his eyes say predator. Who knows? Could be anything. Probably someone riding the wrong end of a Yakuza execution BTL. We get all kinds. I can hook you up if you're interested. Are you in the middle of a recording session? Sure am. My gear's state-of-the-art if you can believe it. Looking for something very special, something violent. Look around. Clearly, I'm not going to be offended by any idea you come up with. I want to kill someone and record it. Thug looks like he's thinking hard for a moment. Wow, you're one sick bastard. I like it. Perfect timing, too. I could use a trigger man for a little project I got going. Come with me. Show me the way. Oh, God, make it stop. Not yet, kid. Who's this? Tickler? His name is Tickler? Oh, my God. Okay, whatever. Who's this, Riker? Can't you see I'm busy here? This guy here has exotic tastes. He wants to help us out and is willing to pay for the privilege. That and a copy of the recording. Well, as long as Mr. J gets what he needs, I see no reason we can't make a little extra at the same time. Mr. J? Anyway, sorry I had to do that. I think young Zipper here is just about spent. Now, just give me a moment to hook up a recording rig to our friend here, and he'll have quite the BTL for his personal collection. You know what'd make a great BTL? What? What I'm gonna do to you. Oh, there goes Riker. Hey, Riker. Boop. Bing. Oh, he's dead. Alright, Paco, you do not need it. Oh, good. Okay, I was gonna say. We're gonna put you over here, Paco, even though there's nothing guarding you. And take him out. What? No, take him out. Do not let him... Ooh. I love that good old school Shadowrun back there. No. 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 Good, good, good. Alright. BTL library. Send a happy BTL to the plugged in junkies. Back to main menu, recording studio. Download the BTL currently being recorded. We'll reboot studio software. Back to main menu. Elevator controls. Elevator passcode. Back to main menu. And log out. Alright, now there was something in here to touch. Well, I guess not. Only thing we can touch is Zipper. I don't want to touch him. Oh, I don't know who you are, but thanks. You got lucky today, kid. If I were you, I'd play it safe from now on. You don't get lucky twice. Oof, I don't think I can move. Can you at least tell my dad? Yeah, sure, why not? Hey, guy. Have you saved my son yet? It's pretty messed up, though. I don't know how to thank you. You could... Yeah, okay, you don't have any way to thank me, really. There's nobody around here would be crying over his death. Brings bad type of people around that one. Okay, yeah, I am not going to get through that. Okay. Well, so much for the sneaky way. Guess I gotta go up. Enter the passcode. Come on, Paco. We're about to get into a lot of trouble. Cypher, if we go up there, I'm not leaving until we find Coyote. Yeah, no crap. I'm not going up there. Whatever. Push the button and go up. Shut up, Paco. Goddamn idiot. The penthouse suite. Stevie J's penthouse apartment might have been nice at one point in time. Classic, even. But now it's filled with neon tube lighting, broken down furniture, piles of rubbish, and crates containing who knows what. Still, compared to the rest of what you've seen, it's positively palatial. The only thing marring the penthouse's pseudo-luxury is a woman's cry of pain in the distance, followed by laughter. Someone being tortured for another's pleasure. You step deeper into the apartment. Please tell me I can sneak. If there's guards, I am screwed. Ooh, gained 3 karma. Don't say anything. You know what? I am going to spend karma. You'd think I would be increasing intelligence, but that's where you're wrong. I'm going to get up to 4 etiquette, 4. And, ooh. Oh, wow, hold on. I forgot. They put gang and... They separated gang and street. This is bad. Because I really want gang and street, but I know I need security and corporate. So we're going with security first. I'll just have to do some shooting every time gang or street comes up. Oh, I'm already in combat. That's nice. I can't tag him, so... Harker. Crund. God God, I don't like already being in combat. Let's deal with one at a time. What? How am I... let's blast him. You really think you can come in here and shoot up my place? Do you know who I am? You're the guy who needs to shut up. Bing! I'd do it again. There we go. Alright, Paco, take this fucker. Do it again. Oh, look, it's the boss. Hey, boss. We are going to make it easier to hit you, because fuck you. And then I'm going to shoot you in the face. And he is going to shoot you in the back. Oh dear. Reload. No good. Oh, no. See, now you got a problem. Now we got problems. Hey Stevie, I'm gonna level with you. I don't like you. Yes, me. Oh, crap. I am really beat up. Trank and Crund. You know, we need to take Crund out. And... do you have anything? Oh, okay. Anyway. We need to take Crund out. Take him out. Thank you. Okay, you guys are pissing me offo. So, first and foremost, how you doing? Grenade. And, dink. Hey, cutie. Ow. Stop that. That wasn't where I wanted to go. Pink. Pink. Good. Take him out. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. Thank you. But, no, I can't. And with a bloody gurgle, Stevie J is no more. Awesome. Let's pick up what he dropped. Late Stevie J's passcodes. Good. Why am I still in combat? Oh, yeah, that's because fucking dogs somewhere. Yeah, they are. You dick. Shove the zebra meat through the bars. Fuckers. Ooh, interesting. What the hell's going on here? I mean, obviously, I've got problems here. Alex, you go down. Paco, kill Alex. Good job. Do I get to keep the hellhounds? I want to keep the hellhounds. But first, let's steal all Stevie J's shit. Or not. Does Stevie J not have any shit? Why does he not have any shit? Whatever. Alright. Come here, Coyote. About time you got here, Paco. He's your friend. Right now, I'm the guy who's saving your ass. I can see that, and I appreciate it. Coyote, we need to get you back to the Union. Mrs. Kubota has that med lab in the basement. No, Coyote speaks through gritted teeth. No, I need to finish the other thing I came here for. I need to find something for Mr. Delilah first. A stash of gems. Delilah? I thought you'd said you never do a deal with that man. Look, Paco, I needed an excuse to come back here and settle some debts. Figured I might as well get paid for it. Her voice is still strong, but her body's beginning to shake. Paco, help her back to the Union. I'll find those gems for you, then meet you there. Coyote looks like she's about to argue, but says nothing. Come on, Coyote, let's go. Yeah, go. Alright, my main job is done. Okay, what's through here? Oh good, I can steal his shit. That's loose Nuyen is laying on the crate. It's just old junk. Money, clip full of Nuyen, and a med kit. Okay. Well, at least I got a little bit paid for this. Uh-oh. You dick. No! First, we're going to mark you. Now we're going to shoot you in the face. Shoot you in the face. Shoot you in the face. Kidding me with this shit? Shoot you in the face. Alright, do it. Okay. Shoot him in the face. Are you kidding me? Face. Shoot. Thank you. Goddamn dog. Fucking hellhound that doesn't even use fire. Also, I noticed his dogs were all named after peppers. That's wonderful. Return to the Seamstress Union. Confirm. Yes, serrano is a pepper. So is chili. I think the other one was like jalapeno or habanero or ghost pepper or some other. It was another pepper name. Return to the Union. Despite Coyote's clear desire to stand on her own 2 feet, Paco needs to help her through the door into the seamstresses' union. Heads raised, and the front room full of the bar falls strangely silent. Paco stands by her side now, not speaking, his dark eyes flat with fury. Coyote presses a rag to her clawed-up face. She winces, but manages to keep control as she breathes in slow, deep breaths to manage the pain. Taking a closer look, you see her arm isn't much more than shreds of meat and broken bone, held together by tendons and burned skin. It'll be a miracle if she still has it by the end of the night. Ms. Kubota is tending bar herself when Paco carries the mangled, bleeding Coyote into the Union. As soon as the boss lady lays eyes on her missing bartender, the place gets quiet. Fast. By the time she rounds the bar to meet you, Coyote is the color of wet spackle and there's something new in her eye. Fear. This woman is face down hellhounds, but the sight of Mrs. Kubota has her staring at the floor and mumbling. Woman, how dare you miss 2 shifts and then come back and bleed on my floor? I'm sorry, Mrs. Kubota. I had a run that went bad. Soka, I can see that. Your arm is a mess. Was this your crusade again? Do not answer. It will only upset me further. You caused me to worry about you, Coyote, and that distracted me from my business. Hi, Mrs. Kubota. My apologies again. Cherry, take her downstairs to Dr. Castle. Yes, ma'am. And tell Castle to put something new and shiny where that arm used to be. Mrs. Kubota, I can't afford a cyber arm. I am aware of your financial situation. When you are healed, we will discuss the concept of giri, the debt of honor. Now go, bleed elsewhere. Yes, ma'am. Karma gained. Yay, I am gaining karma. Her anger at Coyote's rashness slowly washes from her eyes and is replaced by tears. She sniffs, wipes them away, and inclines her hand to you. Doma arigato, Cypher. That girl is precious to me. It is not often that we see acts like these in the Barrens. You have performed a great service for my little family, and I welcome you into my home. Consider it yours while your work keeps you here. But we both know that words are mere air. Beyond my thanks, I offer you this remuneration. Please take it as a show of respect. Okay. Well, first and foremost, Ms. Kubota is obviously not somebody to be dicked with. Jack Armitage, which, as we've discussed before, legendary Shadowrunner, he pays respect to Mrs. Kubota. Why does that name sound familiar? Kubota. Is it Beetle? That's not right. Hold on, chat. Nobody's in chat, so hold on, anybody watching. I've got to do a quick Google search because I have... Okay, Kubota is... they do tractors. Kubota Corporation, they do tractors. Looks like it's just a family name. Interesting. Okay. Well, that's something. Huh. Yeah, okay, so just a family name. Nothing weird or anything like that, so I must have been thinking of an entirely different word. Anyway, we show her honor. I am honored, Mrs. Kubota. Thank you. You are most welcome, and I offer more than simple lodging. You'll find that there's more to the Union than meets the eye. Below us is a small facility available exclusively. Below us is a small facility available exclusively for discriminating independent operators like yourself. In it, you will find vendors selling the best gear the black market has to offer, a fully equipped cyberdock, and a secure place to rest when the dreck hits the fan, as they say. My, you are quite the entrepreneur. Indeed. Normally, I require a percentage of the runner's income for the use of this facility, but as I said, you're family now. Consider it on the house. To gain entrance, play GAFFC on the piano. Okay, first off, she's assuming that all runners, would know the would know what the notes on a piano keyboard are. And secondly, is it all? Would that combination work in all of the octaves? Because, there's different octaves on the piano where, there's different notes, G, A, F, F, C. So, she didn't mention an octave to be playing that in. So, well, I mean, there's obviously just neutral octave, but that's a big troll behind. Is that an orc? I don't like how Shadowrun Returns does the orcs and troll stuff, because they make orcs look like trolls without horns, when actually they just look like buff humans. Green buff humans, but whatever. Yeah, she didn't mention octave, so optional. Meet all the black market vendors in the safe house. Find the med bay in the safe house. Okay, well, another round. Paco, why are you still following me? Ah, Van Grass. Van Grass is busy talking on his comlink, checking his heads-up display, and motioning to a runner standing nearby, all at the same time. He's an intense little man. You get the sense that he likes to look busy. I'm Van Grass. Make it quick. Biz is good. Talk to me. Mrs. Kubota said you're a fixer. No, she didn't, but whatever. He still hasn't looked at you. He's going a mile a minute. Nothing for you tonight. Sorry. I'm doing a thing right now. Important thing. Talk to you later. Oh, hey guy. One more thing. He covers his comlink for a moment, tilts his head your way, but you can see he's still staring at his HUD. I'm a fence too. If you got something you need to unload, come see me. Well, yeah, you're a fixer. No shit, you're also a fence. That's like fixer's main job. There's the piano. Mr. Clue. Johnny Clean. Johnny leans on his seemingly brand new mop and surveying the crowd at the Union. The piano's a little out of tune. Check it out. Yeah, I know. Okay, that's all I can talk to him about. The whole control bouncer in the immaculate suit stands as impassively as ever. The absence of dust on his broad shoulders is the only real indication that the man ever moves. He nods to you when you approach. Evening. I see Coyote's back, looking only a little worse for wear. We have you to thank for that. The having her back part, yes. You have the gratitude of everyone here, especially mine. Couldn't stomach losing anyone else so soon after what happened to Sam. You feel protective over the people here. Immensely. Toward anyone who walks through that door, be they employee or patron. Unless they mean ill will, of course. You see, I like Mr. Clue. He needs more. I need more of him. Haven't minded so far. You hear anything else about Sam's death? People are saying it was the Ripper, but people say a lot of things about what they don't know or what they don't understand. Know where I can find a fence? I think Van Grass is at the bar near the stage. Dwarf with the cyber eye. Can't miss him. How long have you been working for Mrs. Kubota? I crawled in here after I awoke. No. Bad monkey. Here, I'll explain it in a bit. Mrs. Kubota took me in and gave me a job. I've been here ever since. Okay, first off. Awakening? That's when you become a mage. Unless he's a mage as well as a troll, he didn't awake. He didn't awaken. There's a different word. He almost said goblinized. There's a different word for it, but it is an awoken. And anyway, do you have to pay extra for a manicure on hands that big? It's not the size they charge more for. It's the blood under the fingernails. I should be going. Catch you around. I like Clue. He's a good guy. Mr. Clue. Also, Mr. Clue is a wonderful name for anybody involved in Shadowruns. The piano looks like it's been here since the Union was built. But it doesn't look like anyone has played it in earnest for almost as long. Inspect the piano. Piano seems normal until you notice that it is very rigid. Upon further inspection, it's because the piano is bolted to the wall. A close look at the floor reveals skid marks indicating that the piano slides to the left. Slides to the right. Anyway, play G-A-F-F-C. I don't want to play chopsticks. As you slowly peck the notes out on the keyboard, they spark a faint memory of wonder, immediately forgotten as the entire piano slides to the left, revealing a hidden staircase. You descend the stairs into the Union safe house. It's great, okay? Just everybody in that room knows it's a moving piano, or what? These two dolts. The entrepreneur, Mrs. Kubota, has combined everything a runner might... Damn it! Okay. Score! Whiz, go Wolves! No monks available. Welcome. Shut your mouth. Give me my grenade back. No bunks available. Eat your fucking face. Dr. Sarah Castle. Oh, look, there's an arm. Come on, Doc. Talk to me. Make it quick. I need to operate. I love the little imp on her shoulder. It's great. Thanks for helping me out back there. Looked like you could use a hand. Ouch. Bad joke right now. She looks down at her mangled arm. Okay, folks. I'm going to have to ask you to go sit in the waiting area, watch some Trivid or something. Trivid? Just say Trid. This young lady and I have work to do. Mrs. Kubota never said what kind of cyber arm she'd pay for. Want something badass? Got one with a laser inside? You'll take what I give you, lady. Now let's have a look at your face. Leave it. Excuse me? Cody. I earned this face by being stupid. I might keep it. End story. Whatever you say, kid. With one swift move, she sinks a syringe into Coyote's thigh. Nighty-night. Man, she did keep the scar. Okay. Coyote looks both better and worse than you last saw her. All the gaping holes are plugged, and she's sporting a shiny new cyber arm. But now that the adrenaline is wore off, it's clear she needs some rest. Good morning. Thanks to the miracle of modern science, combined with Dot Castle's magical healing powers, I'm almost as good as new. Better, really. Nice arm. Thanks. Mrs. Kubota will have me working it off for the rest of my life. She noticed your expression. You look like you've got something on your mind. I have some questions. She flashes you a puzzled look. What kind of questions? About Sam Watts? Sam Watts? What about him? Sam's dead. Holy dreck. Sam? Can't say I'm surprised. He was on a downward spiral for a long time. What can I tell you? Where did Sam live? On the streets, mostly. He'd occasionally convince someone to let him flop on their couch, but he'd always overstay his welcome and get kicked out after a few days. Sometimes I'd sneak him down here so he could crash in one of the bunks. He used one the night before I saw him last. Tell me about Sam. I hear you liked him. I did. He made me laugh. No one else seemed to like Sam's jokes, but I did. No accounting for taste, Sam made some bad jokes. Not when he was sober. He was chill and funny. I guess I knew him the best of anyone in here. I'm sorry he's gone. You served Sam the night he died. What do you remember of that night? It was a pretty average night, regular crowd as I remember. Sam was drinking with a guy named Armitage. Jake Armitage. Yeah, you know him? Met him. He's a charmer too. She bites her lower lip. I like gingers. Anyway, Jake and Sam were having a few. Well, Jake was having a few. Sam was tossing them back, but good. Eventually, he got loud, the way he sometimes did when he mixed drinking and who knows what, and Mrs. Kubota wanted him ejected. Mr. Clue wasn't around, I can't remember why, so she asked Jake to do the honors. Jake dragged him out back into the alley, and that's the last time I saw Sam. He said he got loud. Do you remember what he was saying? She thinks. Standard Sam Drek. How he grew up rich and didn't deserve this. How he hated his mother. How he loved his mother. It's pretty pathetic stuff. Did Sam have any enemies? She thinks. Enemies? That's hard to say. Sam partied hard, and when he did, he ran his mouth off pretty good. Got his ass kicked on more than one occasion. But no, I don't think he had any enemies. At least none that I'm aware of. How bad was his drinking? If it was just the drinking, it would have been bad. But Sam wasn't the monogamous type. He dabbled in everything. Booze, chips, drugs. He loved the nitro. Whatever he could get his hands on. It wasn't always like that, but once he got sick, he started using more and more stuff to try to forget about it. Ooh, Sam was sick? Dying, didn't you know? Yeah, everyone could tell. Just look at him and see he was a walking corpse. Had to be the drinking. Then he disappeared for a while, and one day he came back all better. Looked good, even. Did he say how he got better? He said his mom helped him out. Never said how, though. Thanks, Coyote. Now I need you two to do something for me. What do you need, babe? I need you to talk to Mr. Delilah for me about the Royale Run. He is usually upstairs. Tell him I didn't get the gems. Maybe I can take another run at him when I recover. I will. I got your gems. Investigate Sam's bunk. The bunk is a mess and reeks of booze. Searching through the sheets, blankets, and pillows, you find an old photograph that has seen a lot of wear. Look at the image on the photo. Pictures of a blonde boy and girl, both about age 14, sitting on a dock at the edge of a lake. They appear to be twins. The boy has his arm tight around the girl's shoulders and is mugging for the camera. The girl is planting a kiss on his cheek while making rabbit ears behind his head with her fingers. Check the back of the photo. Written in a woman's hands are the words, Sam and Jessica, Lake Salemish State Park, summer 2040. Pocket the photo. Hey. Yeah? What do you mean, no credit? Okay, first off, Algernon. Past the bar, the edges of the safe house become somewhat indistinct due to the magical haze surrounding a particular elf. The man seems only half of this realm, his mind wandering the far horizons of astral space, while his body peddles his otherworldly wares. For those that don't know, Algernon is very interesting. He is in all 3 of the Shadowrun Returns games. I mean, I didn't want to spoil anything or anything, but you never really figure out anything about him. Good evening, young elf, and welcome to this humble home that we call the Union. I am Algernon Halfdream. To ease your way through the 6th world, I offer you the best in magical foci, spells, and fetishes for the conjuring of spirits. Not my thing. Oh, I don't get it. Fine. Talk to Gruberman. Theodore Buster Gruberman is a well-groomed orc, dressed with a precision that suggests the straight lines of a military officer's uniform. His hair is cropped short, high and tight, as they say, and the neatness this presents is only compromised by the uneven tusks protruding from his mouth. The only other defect in this picture of perfection is the man's cybernetic right arm, which is obvious enough to be noticeable, but not so obvious as to ruin the line of his shirt. When he speaks, the orc's voice is soft and thoughtful, and he talks almost exclusively in numbers, calibers, ranges, rounds per second, arcs of fire, razoring factor, tensile strength, and of course, price. Bunker Buster Gruberman, at your service. Friends call me Buster. I also answer to Sergeant, Sir, and even Theodore on occasion. Anytime you're in the market for firearms, ammunition, or ordnance, I'm your man. How can I help you? Let's take a look at what you got. Ooh, Seska Black Scorpion. The most common gun in the shadows. Everyone owns at least one. Now the capacity is better than the Fischetti security that I've got. I am not going to be running with any of those. Ooh, I could get the Doberman that I wanted. Ooh, I do need more medkits. But I kind of want that Doberman. And, that's Seska. I don't need any grenades. Not going to bother repairing the drone because it's just going to be following me. And there we go. Confirm. Minus that. And plus the Black Scorpion. And I cannot carry the Doberman around with me yet. That's a pain in the ass. Okay. Confirm. Things that go bang in all shapes and sizes, plus other odds and ends on occasion. Consider me your own personal armory. All weapons are guaranteed to meet strict UCAS military spec or your money back. In addition, I can handle routine maintenance, repairs, and upgrades if you so desire. And if that wasn't enough, I also teach a safety and instructional course every weekend. This week, we're covering bayonets. Mark my words, they're making a comeback. Chainsaw bayonets. So what can I get you? Nothing right now, thanks. David Fry. Every inch of the tech alcove is covered in a chaotic patchwork quilt of circuit boards, chips, wires, displays, and a million other things that you can't identify. In the eye of this techno-bit storm stands a dwarf, immaculately dressed and supremely calm. I know that look. Don't let the size of the shop fool you. I can get any Matrix hardware or software that exists. And if it doesn't exist, then I can get it made for you. Oh, they had a typo there. Any questions I can answer, or anything gear you need. Or maybe he just talks like that. What's a deck? What's a program? What's an ESP? I'm not going to ask those questions because I already know the answers. What do you have for sale? Ooh. The Kraftwerk. Interesting that the Kraftwerk is made by Renraku. You stash sell items. Sell that. Equipment. Do I... Hold on. Do I not have any programs? I don't think I have any programs. I need programs. I need programs badly. Consumables? Oh, those should not be consumables. Maybe I'm remembering this wrong. But yes, I need programs. I need programs bad. Glad I did this before Okay, I need blaster. Firewall, erosion, killer, medic, shield, slow is good. Sniffer. I need sniffer. Degrade. Blaster, sniffer, and killer. That'll do it. Okay, good. Good. Confirm. See you later. Oh, I'm being rude. Let me also introduce you to our resident decker and my good friend Johnny Clean. While in the same overalls that you saw him in upstairs, down here, leaning over a workbench crammed with circuit boards, cables, and chips, Johnny Clean seems a totally different person. Get the impression that Johnny was once as hot and as invincible as the most infamous deckers today. Why does he have as technology jumper? Anyway, good to see you down here. Happy to be of help if I can be. Is it true that you were part of the Echo Mirage team? Let me take this one. Listen, I've known the guy for over a decade, and he's been smart enough not to tell me. So he's sure as hell not going to tell you anything about those days. For your health and his, best to let the subject drop. See you guys around. Obviously, there's a reason he's dressed as a janitor. He's trying to lay low. Change your clothes, change your life, right? Not only will you look better, not that you look bad now or anything, but each one will help to keep you on the right side of the ground. Take a look. Take a look. It's in a book, Reading Rainbow. Still has the same stuff. Do not want to be alley punk. Okay. And I do want to talk to Dr. Sarah Castle, because she's got cyberware, I think. In Shadowrunner circles, the term doctor is often used quite liberally to describe any sawbones with a needle and thread. But in the case of the Union's resident medical expert, nothing could be further from the truth. The safe house boasts a fully equipped medical suite, complete with shamanistic fetishes. This is sixth world medicine of the highest caliber. The doctor herself is an unassuming sort, perhaps the type to go unnoticed entirely, if not for the sprightly spirit perched on her shoulder like her own personal gargoyle. The spirit's burning eyes follow you constantly, even as the doctor's own eyes are buried in her charts. However, she does look up long enough to acknowledge your approach. I'm Dr. Castle. I understand you were instrumental in bringing Coyote back to us. Thank you for that. Noel Sheen, fixing up her arm. That was a piece of work. Surprisingly routine, as it so happens. She notes you eyeballing the facilities. I can tell you're surprised to find a full-service med bay under a dive bar in a slum. Don't be. This is the Shadowrunner brawler, after all. For a purveyor of cyberware and trauma kits, there's no better place to set up a practice. I patch runners up and install... Why is my phone dinging? Hold on. Give me a second here. I've got to turn my phone dinger off. Phone dinger. There we go. Okay. That was worth it. It was the wife. Alright. Can I help you with anything? Yes, ask her about being a shaman too. While modern medical technology makes surgery less disruptive than it used to be, it's still an ordeal for both the body and the spirit, requiring extensive recuperation to properly heal. I am trained in the ways of the spirit world, as well as the scientific world. I do my best to heal the whole patient. That's nice. What's that on your shoulder? This little guy supports the healing rituals I perform on my patients after surgery. Nothing dramatically reducing their recovery time. Not standard procedure, of course, but the results speak for themselves. Tell me more about trauma kits. Trauma kits are fully automated stabilization units that include a defibrillator, spray-on synthetic skin, and medical nanomachines. They can save a runner's life if you move fast enough. So if you're bleeding out, one of those can get you back on your feet. Exactly, but you have to be quick. This is DocWagon's own field tech, but even their stuff has its limits. What cyberware do you have available? Ooh, right into the cyberware page. Okay. This is where street samurai spend all their money. Also, what really sucks is street samurai shouldn't spend any money on any of this crap until later in the game. I'm not exactly sure how Shadowrun Returns does the essence hole nonsense, but let's say you buy the basic version of the cyberarm and the advanced version of the cyberarm comes out later. I'm not sure how it deals with the differences in essence. In Shadowrun Tabletop, you take off the old cyberarm, you have an essence hole, and that essence hole gets filled by the new new cyberarm you're attaching before it takes off any more essence. But if the new cyberarm you're attaching uses less essence than the old cyberarm, then you're left with your remainder essence hole. It's just empty essence. And you can install something else into that, well, basically essence hole. You can install something else and the essence is taken up by the hole before it gets taken off of the character. I'm not sure how Shadowrun Returns does it, so I always wait for the advanced stuff and just limp along on skill and attributes alone. So for usually the first half of the game, I'm pretty sucky. But it does allow me to save up quite a bit of money if I don't have to buy stuff constantly. Alright, never mind. Alright, optional, meet all the black market vendors. I did all that. Okay, let's see if there are any more objectives. Return to Coyote, optional, deliver the stones from Mr. Delilah. Wow, look at all that karma. There he is. Oh, it's the same guy we just stole the stones from. Ah, nope. He looks like a chunkier Big Lebowski with a shotgun on his back. Mr. Delilah looks small and tough, with an untraceable shoddy on his back and a heavy vest under his trench coat. Yeah, shortened shotgun, but not heavy vest. Anyway, he's got the air of someone who gets things done and occasionally does them himself. He might be an ex-runner, one of the rare ones smart enough to move over to management when he felt his reflexes slowing down. What do you want? Mr. Delilah, we have business to discuss. What business? I got no business with you. We're with Coyote. She's indisposed at the moment. At the mention of Coyote, he finally gives you his full attention. Why didn't you say so? Coyote's late. My client is getting anxious. Where is she? She's getting stitched up. No kidding. Well, whatever. She's tough. She'll pull through. So who are you two? The guy that's got your goods. What difference does it make? Don't make no difference to me. Where's the stones? Give him all the stones. In an instant, there's a jeweler's scope on his eye. Moving quickly through what appear to be the most valuable stones, he stops when he finds what appears to be an ordinary pebble inscribed with Hebrew characters. That's the one. He pockets it. Okay, you done good, but you're late. Coyote knows that in this case, late equals no payment. But I'm feeling magnanimous tonight, so you guys can keep the rest of the gems as your reward. Deal. Mr. Delilah looks you up and down, takes you all in. Listen, you look like the sort of man who might run a crew of your own one day. Might need a little talent. When that happens, you come to me. I'll set you up. He dismisses you with a wave. Looks like you impressed him. No offense for those gems. Van Goghs, follow me. Yeah, I know Van Goghs too. You're back. Still busy. What's your story? Charisma 3, I can see you're a busy man. He nods his head. That's right, and? So I wouldn't bother you if I hadn't come into possession of these rare stones. You have his attention. Rare stones, huh? Let's see these rare stones. Shit. My charisma's too low. You hear the servers in Van Gogh's cyber eye whir as a magnifying lens slips into position. He bends his head over the stones for 2 seconds, maybe less. Where'd you get this dreck? Gumball machine? I'll give you 1,000 for them. See, this is why you need high charisma. Academic. This is probably the only place in the game academic is used. Probably. But that high charisma, if you get your charisma up to 6, you're pretty solid for the rest of the game, I'm sure. Alright, sounds good. Pay me. Done. Give me your cred stick. Okay. Yep. You know what? Speaking of, let's just... Oh, man. Additional weapon slot. That works. Good. Critical damage percentage available. Hold on, let me go down here. I am not raising charisma before I raise intelligence because that's stupid. And I do want biotech up to 2. Alright. Confirm. Excellent. Oh, hold on. Dick. Alright. Well, let's go talk. You're back. I think the highlights of the Wolves game will be on soon. Want to take a load off and watch with me? Found something in the bunk Sam was using. Yeah? Great. What was it? A photo. Did you know Sam had a twin sister? Yeah, I did. He mentioned her once or twice. Didn't sound like they got along that well, she thinks. He was rambling on about her the last time I saw him. By that point, he was completely gone. Really couldn't follow what he was saying, but he sounded miserable. Your comlink chirps, and the screen shows the smiling face of Officer Aguirre. If he's smiling, it must be about money. Officer Aguirre, what a pleasure to hear from you. You know, we're not going to give him shit about being on the take, because he's on the take for me. You don't, kick somebody that you're paying like that. Yeah, we're buddies. Let's go dancing soon. Listen, the Ripper got another one. The victim worked at the NTSB's investigation facility down in the docks. You owe me for this. Put it on my tab. You there now? Better get here quick before McCluskey arrives. Image on your PDA dissolves as the call ends. Another Ripper murder? Where? The docks. I've got to go. Okay, listen. I want to help. You dragged me out of the Royale before. Something bad happened. Worse than getting my arm torn off. And Sam was my friend. You head to the docks, and I'll see if I can track down Sam's sister, Jessica. She might be able to help us. Yeah, I appreciate the help. Because I'm not a dick. Okay. Now, let me think. I don't think I'm going to get into any combat, or I shouldn't. Still. How much was the deck? Because I am a decker. Let's see what you have. Yeah. See, this is good. That's good. More AP is always good. Okay, view stash, sell items. No. Equipment. Yes, sell that. Sell it. Okay, and I just need... Oh, suppression. Yes, suppression. I don't need Killjoy. But I do need suppression. And consumables? It's still 500. Okay. Confirm. And we will add the Doberman. So I have that going for me. So I got that going for me. So that's something. Alright, 2 med kits, some drugs, a grenade. Alright, let's go. Got a better gun. I need to check to see if... Cyberware. Do I need... Okay, I've got the data jack. Oh, and those that want to use a smart link weapon. Okay, good. So, just uses data jack instead of normal. That's +3 to hit. That doesn't sound like a lot, but it is. Especially when you're missing like 75s all the damn time. Alright, let's go to the docks. Anybody else want to talk? Who wants to talk to me? Where'd Jin go? She got replaced by Grumfield. Okay, Mrs. Kubota. How else may I be of service? Mention Coyote's Crusade. Coyote grew up in the Royale, but managed to escape that life. However, her cousin was apparently not so lucky. He came to town about a year ago and fell in with the wrong circle. He was introduced to sim chips and became addicted to BTLs. Coyote has been tearing her way through chip houses for months now, searching for him and acting as a one-woman cleanup crew. You don't mind, how did you get involved with this? I am a former runner. Now I provide a safe haven and a marketplace for runners who need a trustworthy place to congregate and do business. Mr. Delilah? Yes, Mr. Delilah is in the back bar. That's usually where he does business. Any Johnsons or fixers here tonight? In addition to Mr. Delilah, you may wish to speak to Van Gross. He's often stage side. Van Gross is most often a receiver of found articles, but he occasionally has work. I'll be going now. And I love that the drone is still following me. Take a cab to the South Seattle docks. Confirm. Loading. South Seattle docks. Leaving the Seamstresses Union behind, you head to the docks. The Ripper killed Sam, and maybe he or she slipped up with his latest victim, left some useful evidence. Only one way to find out. South Seattle is your typical industrial area, grit, grime, and gray. The rain doesn't help matters any. Layers of dirt mixed with abandoned wooden pallets repurposed into makeshift furniture for the day workers. Garbage collects in the gutters of the broken-down street. Disreputable is this district's middle name. Your destination, the National Transportation Safety Board warehouse, is located on the small strip of dock towards the less maintained end of the waterfront. Despite the presence of those who linger in such places, it's quiet as you approach the gate. I better not have to break in. Fucking cops are waiting for me. Okie doke. Halt! The guard looked bored. He toys with his gun absentmindedly, like he might shoot something on a whim just to watch it die. Hey, you're about to trespass on corporate property. You looking to get dusted, street scum? Etiquette security. Haha, paying off. Officer Aguirre called me in. Needs me to rule out if the killer bypassed security or if they were let in. Oh, of course, I'll open the gate. Aguirre's just inside the warehouse. Definitely no holes in our security here. Tip-top shape. You just let me in, you dipshit. Oh, that's right. There's... Oh, man. About to transition to a new location. Continue. Confirm. The warehouse. Inside, the large gray warehouse is as typical as the outside. High ceilings, adorned with girders and rickety catwalks, top a huge utilitarian room. Concrete and steel walls meet a concrete floor. This is a place for storing things and nothing more. Despite the quiet on the outside, the inside is a hornet's nest of Lone Star officers going about their business. In the center of the activity is the Emerald City Ripper's latest victim. With uniforms everywhere, no one stops you at the door. It seems this case hasn't leaked to the press. Yet. Lone Star or no, you've got a job to do. That looks like McCluskey. Oh, Dresden, what are you doing here? Officer Aguirre. Guess I have to talk to him first. Took your sweet time, didn't you? You know the traffic these days. Fill me in. We had time to go over the evidence while you were en route. Turns out this might not be a Ripper murder after all. I left the computer on in the office over there if you want to see for yourself. The victim worked here at the NTSB warehouse as a black box researcher. NTSB? The National Transportation Safety Board. This warehouse is used to go over the wreckage from plane crashes to try to determine what happened. LeVic was in charge of their highest priority investigation at the moment. We've gone through the victim's computer, and his case notes indicate he was selling secrets. Idiot kept records. Scientists don't make good criminals. Tell me about it. Some runner like you probably offed him to cover up his court master's involvement and tried to make it look like a Ripper killing. Here's the office key. Check it out for yourself if you want. Yay. We're going over here. Door's locked, but you might be able to bypass it if you get under the maintenance panel. Cypher, surprised to see you here. Let me guess, Officer Aguirre tipped you off. Suppose you must have made an impression on him at the market yesterday. Or your cred stick did at any rate, he chuckles. Anyway, surprise, we've got another Ripper victim on our hands. Look like you've been putting in overtime. The victim is male, mixed Native American descent, age 38. Based on the condition of the body, it looks like he was killed around 2 in the morning. And yes, I'm a little tired. Body's been piling up like cordwood, it seems. Cause of death? Unknown. Several internal organs were removed from his body after death, quite gruesomely. I'm not sure if the killer even knew what they wanted before they started cutting. Not much else to tell yet, really. He does have a lot of pre-existing scar tissue, so he probably had a major surgery at some point in recent history. Unfortunately, with the organs gone, I can't determine the nature of the surgery. Any idea which organ the Ripper was after this time? Well, the killer definitely took the lungs. The more I look at it, though, the other missing organs may just be eviscerated within the chest cavity. McCluskey couldn't find his hasp with both hands. Don't tell him I said that, though. How's Officer Aguirre doing? Aguirre would love to solve it before McCluskey and get his gold detective shield. Plus, he'd love to see McCluskey suck it in front of his superiors. He's already tried to bribe me to keep information from McCluskey and slip it to him. I'm inspired by their tireless pursuit of justice. Did you take the money? He grins from ear to ear. Do you have any idea how much this job pays these days, sir? I don't think Aguirre's officer's salary is going to do much to seduce me into helping him. Basically, the coroner gets paid more than the cops. Easily. Sounds like the Ripper is taking a different trophy from each victim. Sam's liver, this guy's lungs. Any theories? Sorry, I don't do theories. I'm just a scientist who happens to prefer dead people. However, while there was massive damage in the chest cavity, I can see that the victim's lungs were transplants, which is interesting since another victim's missing heart was also a transplant. Granted, modern medicine has made organ transplants relatively easy, but it is an odd coincidence. But as a scientist, it's just that, a coincidence. This is only the third body I've personally examined. One of the other branch managers handled the other two. If I find out that more of the victims had organ transplants, I'll let you know. Who's that woman over there? No clue. She just showed up. Next of kin, I think. I'm going to take a look around. Good luck out there. Shannon Halfsky. You're not a cop. She looks up, watching you warily. I see you've been praying. Do you know the deceased? Yes, he's my older brother. I've asked Bear to help me speak to him. She shakes her head, looking like one who has found herself lost for the first time in her life. But I'm afraid his spirit is too disoriented by his recent journey to answer me. You're a shaman? No, she just dresses up like it and pretends. Yes, for all the good it's doing me. If I could just make contact, I might be able to deliver justice and allow my brother's spirit to rest. Were there any other witnesses? Not so far as I can tell. Not among the living, anyway. Realization then dawns, bringing the light back into her eyes. But my brother's spirit might not be alone here this night. She closes her eyes and concentrates, droning a low chant you can barely hear. Yes, there are others. Other spirits who might be of help. Her features harden in frustration, as if she's searching for something that remains elusive. Sighing, she opens her eyes and fixes you with a stare. But I can't do it alone. What do you need? This warehouse contains the spirits of plane crash victims trapped between worlds. They wish to help. They wish to be heard. I think they have something to say about my brother's murder. Lone Star won't let me in there, but you seem to have a run of the place. If you can find personal items that belong to the victims, I believe that I can summon a spirit to speak with us. I'll need at least two such objects. Can you find them for me? I'll do what I can. Yeah. Hold on. Man, I've just got a drone. Hold on. Stuff. This appears to be the victim's locker. The door is slightly ajar. Inside you see several of the dead man's personal items. Inspect the toothbrush. Blue toothbrush is still wet from being used. It smells of mint and cigarettes. Inspect the comb. As you reach for the comb, the hair on the back of your hand stands a little. When you take it off its little shelf, your heart thumps in your chest, hard. This must be one of the items the shaman is looking for. You pocket the comb. And leave the locker. Computer. Read the notes for case file 95. Federated Boeing jetliner. Corporate owner Ares. Blamed several mechanical issues resulting in a mayday at 3:04 a.m. 2:45. Pilot reported the altimeter was reading the negative values. 2:49. Co-pilot takes over the controls. The pilot leaves the cabin to investigate the rear of the plane. 2:58. The pilot cannot be contacted or located by a plane steward. The co-pilot radios at a mayday. The plane crashes into an empty field in western North Dakota. Pilot jumped it. Pratt and Whitney, unmanned. Ares. Summary redacted. Timeline redacted. This file has been corrupted. Okay, these are just the notes that appear on screen pertain to NTSB case number 6096. Crash of an Ares jetliner near the UCAS Sioux Nation border. The crash is reportedly the result of an equipment failure. Reading further into the investigator's note, however, you find substantial evidence linking the crash to an experimental Renraku research initiative. Okay. This information could be worth a great deal to the right buyer. You download the researcher's notes to your PDA. Leave the computer. Jesus. Okay. Whatever. Whatevs, dog. Old poster depicts a svelte young woman posing with an assault rifle. You don't need to go right now. That's great. Why did you even bother? Alright, let's go this way. Let's have some fun. There's an open vent on this wall. It's too small for you to fit through, but you might be able to send a drone through to open the door from the other side. Send your drone through the hole. Your drone fits through the hole, buzzes to the left, and activates the locked door on the inside. Boy, almost like this was meant to be. Find a magnetic screwdriver. Good, good. Wait, was that it? Hard to say whether this heap of items and refuse recovered from a plane crash or simply trash that hasn't been taken out yet. Dig through the trash. Sticky substance of some sort seems to have seeped through the trash pile, and your hands are quickly covered with the stuff. After searching for a minute, you unearth a handful of interesting items. Inspect the earring. The earring is made out of burnished steel, formed into the shape of a small salmon. An intense primal fear washes over you as you touch its surface. This must be one of the items the shaman was looking for. You take the earring. Inspect the dented lunchbox. Dented tin lunchbox that's seen better days. You can barely make out the face of a grinning troll on the front. Inspect the cred stick. Surprisingly, the cred stick is still functional. You slot it into your PDA and 200 is added to your account. Yay! Theft. I'm going to find more haunted objects. This is a large pile of old shoes on the ground next to the airplane seats. They could be discarded luggage or possibly the shoes worn by the occupants of the plane at the time of the crash. Dig through the shoe pile. Sorting through the shoes, you realize that there are 3 shoes with no matching pair. Left blue sneaker, right red high heel pump, and a left black dress shoe. Inspect the dress shoe. Dress shoe is a black lace up with a rubber sole. Inspect the high heel pump. Pump is a department store knockoff of an Italian brand. It is otherwise unremarkable. Inspect the sneaker. The sneaker is a child's and has a musty, sweaty smell. Oddly, you get a sort of shock as if from static electricity when you touch it. This must be one of the items the shaman is looking for. You take the shoe. Yes, the thing said at least 2 items. We're getting all the items. All of them. Okay. We're also going to break in here. Lock panel easily comes unscrewed. Now, technically, Lone Star has shamans on the payroll to do this kind of investigation. Looks like an old diary. Can I not read the diary? Hold on. Old diary. Diary of a teenage girl. Okay, never mind. What was it doing in here? I don't want to know. Alright. Come on, Shannon. Let's do her thing. It feels as though you have found enough objects. Yes, here they are. You hand her the objects you found. She closes her eyes and chants over them for a time. When her eyes open again, they're filled with tears. Thank you. These items are all I will need. It shouldn't take me long to... What the hell is all this? Oop, here we go. Officer Aguirre trails after the detective, only meeting your eyes for a moment. She's the victim's sister, sir. This is a crime scene, officer, not some shalish drum circle. Isn't it standard procedure to contact the next of kin? Ma'am, consider yourself contacted. Now get the hell out. Come on, if we stay much longer, I'm liable to do something I'd regret. Or worse, something I'd enjoy. I gained 5 karma. That man is an ass. She stares daggers at McCluskey from across the warehouse. But there's no helping it now. I should just be grateful you were able to collect these items before those clods carted everything off. Can we still summon the spirit? Not from here, I'm afraid. Spirits such as these have domains to which they are anchored. We need to get back in there. We'll come back later once the coast is cleared. I can't stand the waiting, but I don't see any other choice. You sure you're up for this? If it means your brother's killer doesn't take another life, then yes. Thank you. Now, since we have the time, we should probably enlist some help. They may post security overnight. I'm going to go out on a limb and say you know where to find the kinds of people we need. You could say that. Good. I'll put up the money if you find the bodies. She produces a fistful of crumpled million from inside a leather pouch, starts to count it out, then shoves the whole wad at you. Meet me back here at midnight. The spirits will be strong then. Hey! I'm going to go hire a team. As you start to leave the warehouse, your comm link chirps and the face of Coyote pops up on the screen. Coyote looks tense. Hoy, Cypher. You in the middle of something? Just getting jerked around by Lone Star, same old thing. I hear ya. Her jaw sets. I don't know if I ever told you this, but I was born in the Royale. BTL pushers like Stevie J ran the squats. Ran my world when I was growing up. I remember. She looks relieved. Whiz. I have a cousin, Gino, who's been missing for months. He hit the sprawl about a year ago and immediately fell in with some tweakers. Bad guys. They hooked him on high-amp dream chips and started using him for all sorts of dreck. I tried to help him, but he pushed me away. Then he disappeared. I've been shooting up BTL labs ever since trying to find him. I'm guessing you have a new lead. It's not a lead. Her face lights up. She's running hot and has a serious edge. I know exactly where he is this time. Got an old friend who eyeballed him herself. I'm on my way. Paco's with me, but we could use another hand. You in? I need you right now. On my way. I knew you'd come. I'll send you the address. See you soon. Well, that's because I get better equipment. Weird thing is, I haven't been able to do a lot of decking. I mean, I'm a decker, and I haven't done any decking. Coyote's Crusade. The cluster of dilapidated buildings where Coyote told you to meet her appears to be the remnants of a public housing project. The buildings look like a cesspool filled with human debris. You find her standing with Paco on a street corner, eyeing the roofs, the doorways, the windows. Despite his attempts to engage her, Coyote barely says a word as the three of you weave your way through the tenements. She walks purposefully, her new cyber hand flexing open and closed with each step. It's unclear whether the action is voluntary or not. You circle around the back of a building, and Coyote jumps up, grabs the bottom rung of a fire escape ladder, and pulls it down. Without a signal, she starts her climb toward the roof. Paco looks at you worriedly and starts up the ladder. I think I'm going to save it after I get done talking here. Thanks for meeting us, Cypher. I owe you one. No sweat. I figured you could use backup. Yeah, you never would know what sort of power to expect in one of these BTL SWATs. She brightens. Oh, hey, listen. Got good news for you. You know Sam's sister, Jessica? One of my contacts found her for me while you were on your way here. I called her and asked her to meet you at the Union later today. Hope that helps. Good job, thanks. She looks at you, her scarred face soft. Least I can do. All right, let's get this done. My cousin Gino should be in one of the squats past the door up ahead. I hear there's a whole lab set up here. From my experience, there's usually a lookout watching for cops outside and a guard at the door inside. Like I said, don't know how much firepower to expect, but these guys are nasty, so stay on guard. I just want to get in, grab Gino, and get out. Right behind you, babe. Let's do this. Right. What we're going to do is... spend karma. Let's go with ranged combat 4. Pistol 2. And dodge 2. That should be enough to, kick ass. Now we are going to, Now we're going to save. All right. And I'll be quitting out of this. But for now, it is Friday. I don't know if I'm going to be streaming on weekends. But I do know that I will be back Monday at 11 o'clock. So I will talk to everybody then. Thank you very much for watching. Hope you come back. Hope you enjoyed this. If you have any suggestions, you can certainly leave them. I have a suggestion box on my Twitch page. I also have a YouTube where I upload my streams. You can leave comments there, anything you'd like. The YouTube, well, is Old Gamer Dan, no D. I couldn't get Old Gamer Dan. I'm going to be working on that. See what I can do to change things around. But for now, my YouTube channel is Old Gamer Dan, as opposed to my Twitch stream, which is Old Gamer Dan. So just no D on YouTube. That is kind of a YouTube rule. No D. Yeah, that was a horrible joke. Anyway, I apologize for the bad jokes. Everybody, have a great weekend. Have a good rest of your Friday. And I'll see you Monday, if not sooner.